Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the movie, number 3. So yeah, and you guys can tell I'm feeling better. I still have COVID by the time I'm recording this video. But by the time I'm releasing this video, I should be COVID free. So yeah, keyword should and hopefully. And I'm like really hyper right now. So yeah. Can't get me down, sucker. Anywho. Thanks for Ninja Turtle 3. I rewatched it. I have the first 3 Ninja Turtle movies on DVD. And I've been watching each movie. Rewatching each movie for the sole purpose of me being able to refresh my memory so I can give a review for you guys. Hell yeah, because I love you guys. And I gotta honor the TMNT part of my name, even though I'm wearing a Grogu shirt. I know that does not make any sense. But Grogu's green, the turtles are green. I've been delaying for far too long. I should probably start the review in 3, 2, 1, let's do this. So, April O'Neil is planning on going on vacation. She grabs this magic scepter thing. And it's a present for Splinter. She gets presents for the Turtles and Splinter. And before she, like... No, I'm confusing parts. So she gets teleported. But how the scepter works is it brings her to feudal Japan in like 1606. And there's a war going on. And this daimyo and walker looking dude, cowboy looking dude, works together to try to sniff out their enemy. The daimyo's son gets teleported in April's place with April's clothes. And April gets teleported in the daimyo's son's clothes. And so the turtles bust out a plan to go back in time, time hopping to essentially get April back to the present. And so Casey Jones so happens to come in, and I was so happy. I was so very happy to see like Casey Jones again, right? Because he wasn't in Secret of the Ooze. Casey Jones was in the first movie. He was in the third movie. And it was the same actor. They did not recast Casey. The actor that was in the first Ninja Turtle movie was in this movie. So great. The woman who played April O'Neil in Secret of the Ooze reprised her role as April O'Neil in here. She has short hair. The guy who played Michelangelo in the first Ninja Turtle movies was Michelangelo in here. Donatello, who was Donatello in the first movie, came back to do Donatello in this movie. And that's all of the returning cast that I'm aware of that came in. Because the other Turtles and Splinter are new actors. At least I think Splinter's a new actor. I know that the other Turtles are. Anyway, that's besides the point. So Casey comes in, agrees to watch Splinter. The Turtles high jump in the past. Some honor guards also high jumps it back or forward in time in the Turtles' place as the Turtles get teleported into this battle. Michelangelo gets lost with the Turtles. So like part of the story is the Turtles, Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael looking for Michelangelo, right? And we see that as they're exploring this new world, like there's this one scene where Raphael, he looks at the water, right? And he realizes that it's clear. There's no tire track, no garbage, people back in the day took better care of the world than how we do today. Granted that this movie was made in 1993, but still. And so, essentially, there's a battle, fight, because I'm getting ahead of myself. At this point, the Turtles save April and this Casey Jones looking dude. I'm guessing this Casey Jones look like is Casey Jones' ancestor. Cause like the resemblance between this guy and Casey Jones is strong, and I think it's also played by the same actor. So I think they did that on purpose. So who knows? Maybe that guy is an ancestor of Casey Jones. Who knows? Who knows? And so this village of people, it turns out that they also been housing Michelangelo. Besides being freaked out like how most people nowadays would be, they said, "Oh yeah, let's come to my village. I'll take you three. You can reunite with your brother. Let's go. Come on, right?" Circle water for the working man, as Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers would say. And then, pretty much as the Turtles and friends go to the village, they see the village on fire. So everybody starts rushing to their village aid. Michelangelo's in the village. Some doofuses opens up the door, thinking that he's a lady, saying, "Hello, Your Highness." And then Michelangelo says, "Oh shucks." Jenny didn't hear that. "Oh shucks, my heroes," and then the guys run. And that, like, this part of the movie has to be my favorite. Because Michelangelo runs after them saying, "Wait, I'm a beautiful princess in disguise. Break the spell. Give me a kiss." That's such a dumb joke. But it works for me. It works for me. I gotta say that this movie takes itself less serious than Secret of the Ooze. If you guys did not think that movie, like an Ninja Turtle movie, could take themselves less serious than Secret of the Ooze, that's connected to the first Ninja Turtle movies, yeah, this movie will surprise you, because this movie will say yeah. So yeah, long story short, Ninja Turtle 3 is the most goofy ass Ninja Turtle movie out there, original 3. And it's also the weakest one. And so after the fighting and Walker leaves, Walker being a cowboy dude, the Turtles reunite temporarily until we see this kid named Yoshi being this girl who unmasks Raphael earlier, connecting the dance of Raph, Leo, and Donnie may be looking for Mikey. Yeah, Yoshi is her little brother. And Yoshi's house on fire. Michelangelo rushes into the building and saves Yoshi, but he's unconscious. So Leo does mouth to mouth and resuscitates Yoshi. And at first, for a long ass time, I thought that this Yoshi was the same guy who owned Splinter. But then this movie kind of seeing it this time around made me realize it's feudal Japan, and the year that the Turtles and April are stuck in at this time is 1606. And the year, presumably, at this time, in the present, is 1993. Well, it's in the 90s. Let's keep it at that. Because we don't know the exact year. I don't know if it was like 1992 or 1993, but the movie was released in like 1993, I believe, or four, I forget. So the church, so like, but my point still stands. The 8 time gap between that Yoshi and Splinter meeting, or that Yoshi adopting Splinter, is highly unlikely, unless if there was some time traveling thing later on in that Yoshi's life. They made him teleport to like, I guess 15 years, 16 years before the events of the first Ninja movie, which made it possible for Yoshi to have a rivalry with Shredder and honestly getting killed, and Spencer going to New York, and bam bam bam, out came Spencer and the Ninja Turtles, which is not out of the window, especially since there has not been an official Ninja Turtle, a fourth Ninja Turtle movie, as far as I'm aware of, officially. Anywho, he gets saved, and we get this really nice bonding scene between Raph and Yoshi later, because after the turtles save Yoshi, the village accepts turtles, so they don't have to be in hiding like how they do nowadays. And so the turtles, like, Raphael bonds with Yoshi for a bit, telling him to watch that anger, and which is a point that gets placed towards the end of the movie. And the turtles end up asking a guy in the village to make a time scepter, another time scepter, to bring them back to, like, I'm guessing 1992. And we essentially get on the Daimyo side that the turtles were kind of destined to take him out or dethrone him. And we see pictures of these four Kappas, that resembles a lot like the turtles. And Kappa, for those of you who doesn't know, is Japanese for demon, which is established pretty early in the movie what Kappa means. And so, long story short, Raphael and Michelangelo filed for the time scepter, which also that they recently made, which made it fall down. Now they're back at ground zero. And then Raphael goes to Yoshi, brings him a yo-yo, because they're prepared to fight the Daimyo. Which they finds out that Yoshi's family has been hiding the time scepter from them. Which Raphael brings, and that's all the turtles know, and April know. Yoshi's sisters runs away, which turns out Yoshi's grandfather wanted the turtles to fight, which the sister gets kidnapped, making the turtles go into the Daimyo's, essentially to rescue the sister, going to the Daimyo's area, finding out that they are a legend, and it was destined for them to be there, fighting the Daimyo and the army, essentially. Leonardo puts the Daimyo in a bell, which you have to watch the movie to understand what I'm saying, referring to, putting him in a bell, because, Leonardo and the Daimyo has a sword fight, and, as the Daimyo runs away, Leo whistles, hits the rope, dropping this big bell on the Daimyo, and then, essentially, Walker, the enemies drowns April and the turtles, and the Casey lookalike who turned out to be a traitor who to the Turtles, who later betrays the Daimyo because he decided to have a conscience. And then Leonardo says, "We're Kappa. You can't kill us. We're going, tough guy." Walker brings out this gun or cannon. Boom! Hits the bell that the Daimyo is in. The Turtles duck using their shells, and Leonardo says, "I love being a turtle." And has this like minute long, 2 minute chase scene of the Turtles, split them into two teams, and Walker, and essentially, the Walker has the time capsule, which is the only way the Turtles and April can get back to their time. So they have to chase the Walker, and Walker throws the time capsule out, making the Turtles run and get it, which they're successful in. But which almost causes the Daimyo to get away. No, not the Daimyo, sorry. Walker get away, and he would have too. But he's too damn attached to those birds. Because he comes back up trying to get to those birds, and the Casey Jones lookalike does this whole cannon thing. The Casey Jones lookalike does this whole cannon thing. Which I don't know if you guys caught that part, because my screen blackened on me for some strange reason. I have no idea why. But anyways, yeah, Walker gets to his goes to his burst because they almost missed it, which is his downfall. Because the Casey Jones lookalike burns this cannon, shoots this cannon aiming for this like the rope thing that Walker was climbing up, making Walker fall into the ocean. Presumably, he is dead. If he isn't dead, then that bastard is very, very lucky. Let's put it that way. And then the Turtles and April has a scepter, and Mikey is arguing with the rest of the team that I want to stay. What also makes Raph wants to stay. Essentially, Leonardo wants to stay. Donatello and April saying, "We can't stay here because that would be selfish as well to just intrude on these guys' lives any more than we already have. Because at that point, it would be our choice, and that would be rude on our part." So, even the Daimyo-san's girlfriend, who is Yoshi's sister, said, "Michelangelo, you'll always be with us. In here, we're gonna have a Kingdom Hearts moment. Even though Kingdom Hearts doesn't come out in like about 9 years from now, or less than 9 years from now. But you guys get what I mean. We're having our Kingdom Hearts moment." I'm such a dumbass. But Raphael says goodbye to Yoshi, and that's when the whole "what's your temper" thing comes in. They say goodbye. Michelangelo breaks off, trying to give Yoshi's sister his nunchucks. The other Turtles and April gets back to their time. We see this honor guard in the sewers with the Turtles and April and Splinter. The honor guard runs away from the Turtles. The Turtles try to go after them. Splinter says, "No, don't go after them." We see this light show, which means Michelangelo is back. And we ultimately see Michelangelo feel sad that he has to grow up. He's like 15, 16 at the time. I want to say 16. Maybe even 17. Depending on how much time passed from this movie and the last movie. Because I believe in Secret of the Ooze, they were like 15 at the time. And I think in the first movie they were 15. So like at least a few extra months in between the third movie and Secret of the Ooze. Or a year. I can tell. And then um Splinter has this like head of the light lamp that April gave Mikey early in the movie, and Splinter says, "Hey, dude," and then Michael so said, "Oh, dude," and it's pretty much Splinter pretending to be Elvis, and then Mikey's brother says, "Michelangelo," and Michelangelo says, "What?" And he's looking for the turtles, and the turtles all dance, right? And ends with pretty much them dancing, and that's the end of the movie. After rewatching this movie, because I did review this movie on Inside the Booth when I one of the times when I guest starred, if you wanted to use that term, on Inside the Booth, and I did say that it was the least good movie of the OG Ninja Turtle trilogy, and I'll stick by that. But the one thing that you cannot say about any of the Ninja Turtle movies of the original trilogy, that they weren't fun in its own right. Each movie was fun in its own right. Even though the first movie was more serious, the best, each movie was fun in its own right. And I feel like one of the things I was disappointed in was Splinter said, "I made it funny, acting." I would have loved if he ended it that way, because the first one he said, I always liked Cowabunga. Oh, I made it funny. Second movie, 10 backflips now, and remember, go ninja, go. Oh, I made another funny. And I would have loved like Splinter saying, do the Elvis thing. I said, "Oh, I can't stop with these jokes," or something like that, or "I can't stop with the funny." Make it a point to the last two movies. Just saying. The Ninja Turtle and me would have enjoyed that. So, that said, that was essentially the end of the movie. I know I left some things out of the movie, and I purposely did that because it's 22 minutes long. Just review already. I gotta bring my ass to eat dinner, and I want you guys to watch the movie yourselves if you guys can. The third Ninja Turtle movie, even though it's not as good as the first two, it's still worth at least one watch. And it's still better than, in my opinion, better than the Michael Bay Turtles movies. And it's better than the Next Mutation Turtles series. And it's better than the Rise of the Ninja Turtles show. So yeah, with that said, you guys see the movie? What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Guys, going over today. Get one another, and go ninja, go.